Good morning. It is morning here in South Korea, and I wanted to do a video response to a viewer that left a comment on my Q&A video. And their question is, has it been easier in some ways for you to deal with being a foreigner in Korea due to your partial Korean heritage? Specifically, the fact that you do not look so different from the native population. Korea is known as a place somewhat hostile to non-Koreans and tend to stare and make comments that many perceive as racist. Your thoughts? Well, in my opinion, I think there's two perspectives on this, and they're based on my own experiences and perceptions, and also based on things that people have told me, both before I came here and since I've been here. And the first is, I was told that people may possibly frown upon or look down upon my mixed ethnic background. I'm half Korean, I'm half Caucasian, which is mostly English, and also being an American, enhanced by the fact that I do not speak the language. So some people had, I guess, given me a warning, hey, you may run into some folks that will frown upon those things. The second perspective is basically that of your question, that I might be looked at as a more acceptable foreigner because I am part Korean. Both perspectives are probably true, but I haven't really picked up on either to a great extent. I think that no matter what your background is, no matter where you are, there will always be those who have opinions of you based on your ethnicity, your nationality, your religious beliefs, things of that nature. I tend to think that if you choose to try to figure those things out, or maybe dwell on those things a little bit, that in the end, in the long run, it will affect you adversely and kind of take away from the potential that any situation might have. I'm sure that every foreigner who has ever come to South Korea has at least one story, no matter how significant or insignificant, about how they were made to feel more like a foreigner, or how they were looked down upon based on their nationality or their ethnicity. I'm sure that if I tried hard enough, I could probably think of a situation myself. But on the same token, I'm sure that there are those that embrace me because I'm Korean. I try not to pay attention to either one, because I truly believe that neither matters in the end. In the end, I think what you're going to be judged on as a foreigner here is your personal integrity, your personality, the way you treat others, the way you adapt and respond to other people's advances and attitudes and personalities. I can only say that by and large, I have thoroughly enjoyed the people here in Korea. And I think maybe there are those that have made my time here or a little more enjoyable, or may think of me a little better because I'm Korean, but I'm sure on the opposite side there are those that think opposite of that too. And I think it goes that way for every foreigner that's here. But like I said, I've really enjoyed my time here, to the extent that there are times when I think that I want to stay here permanently. That'll probably never happen, but it crosses my mind on the good days. I would say that if anyone chooses to come to Korea, or any other country that is different from their home, that you come equipped with a grounded and open mind about the fact that you're going to be living in a foreign culture, and everything is going to be different. I always laugh about the situation where I'm getting on the subway, and here I am. I'm probably one of the taller guys, bigger guys here in Korea of anybody, foreigner or native Korean. And I love it when I'm getting on the subway and this little 70-year-old, 4'10" um, woman hip tosses me out of the way so that she can beeline it to her seat. And uh, normally we would think that is so rude. How can you do that? But there are reasons for that. I think the culture kind of supports that kind of thing. They really try to show an incredible amount of respect for elders, and I think if I was an elder here in Korea, I would probably know that growing up, and now I would say, well, I'm old now, so you better get out of my way because I'm trying to get to my seat. Um, but it's just something that's new, that I always love. Um, I think if you do embrace all those nuances and the differences and the way that people look at you and what may feel as though that they're looking down on you and stuff like that, I think if you embrace that challenge overall, I guarantee that your whole experience here will be a positive one and something that you'll remember forever.